There are different faces and levels of Neymar. And first was Santos Wonderkid, because before Saudi, before Barcelona, before Paris, there was a boy and a dream. He could dance past defenders. His goals were just unbelievable and was always with a smile on his face. He was South America's best player, but the pressure increased. Everyone expected him to be the biggest name in history. This was the prince without a crown, the boy who played for love. Then came the Barcelona dream because he stepped to the club and everything changed. He wasn't the same player who had all the freedom. Now he needed to be precise, and for the first time he was the face of the team. But Neymar adapted. He read the rhythm of the game before the explosion. Slowly he began to click. There was still Messi. Despite all he did, he was never seen on the same wave as Messi. Then he entered the MSN era, and for 2 golden years they were unstoppable and conquered everything. He was not seen as Messi's sidekick anymore, but an equal. He was still dancing defenders, but no matter how much he tried, Messi's name was still on everyone's lips. Could he ever make a name for himself? MSN Neymar was him at his most complete, focused and fierce. But then he became the PSG superstar because he left Barcelona, left his comfort zone to build something of his own, and he wanted to be the heir, have his own legacy. PSG made him the most expensive player in football history, and this was his chance. He was king. He dazzled defenders inside out, ranked up goals and assists, and had that old Santos smile, and it felt like the world was his own again. But the higher he rose, the more the pressure increased. Injuries began to follow him. Champions League dreams faded with him. Big nights were. He could not perform, and outside the pitch, the drama was non-stop parties, girls, and everyone was talking about anything but football. And the scrutiny starting to affect him, and pressure, loneliness, and expectations when he played. He was still untouchable, but when he didn't perform, the media exaggerated it. He reached for the throne, but only found heartbreak. Then came the next phase, the broken genius, because by 2020, he looked like a shadow of himself. He was supposed to be king, but he now stood outside the castle, watching other stars emerge. Seasons were the same good performances followed by injuries in crucial time. Magic was still there, but there was no joy. He was blamed for everything. He was born at a time where his magic couldn't save him. He seemed tired. He was seen as a broken dreamer, and then the legacy he quit trying. He went to Europe and was treated like royalty. His smile even returned, but he rarely played for them. The injuries returned, and it looked like his story was over. Then something happened that shocked everyone. He returned to Santos, the boyhood club that launched him. The fans looked at him and remembered what joy felt like. He was one of them again. He was the kid who made them dream. He was spark that kept Brazilian flair alive in a time where robots were everywhere he stood, besides the greatest, and made lots of people fall in love with the game again, and his legacy shines so brightly in the next generation, and all I can pray for is for the footballing gods to give him the 2026 World Cup to finalize his story.